to the biggest mysteries of our universe. You won't believe what you're about to learn. Grab a seat, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's jump right in. Number 101. British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website and replace certain bomb instructions with a cupcake recipe. 100. The Hague City spent €150,000 on a bridge to allow squirrels to cross a busy main road. 99. English astronomer William Herschel discovered the planet Uranus, but he originally named it George. 98. LinkToMatch.com founder lost his girlfriend to a man she met on LinkToMatch.com. 97. President Calvin Coolidge used to push the emergency buzzer and hide under the table from the Secret Service. 96. Murder rates rise in summer. Ever feel angry or in a bad mood when the weather is hot? Well, you're not alone. Violent crime goes up in hotter weather, and in the U.S., murder rates reportedly rise by 2.7% over the summer. 95. Portions of Bible have been translated into more than 3,000 languages. Among those include fictional languages like Elvish, Klingon, and Na'vi. 94. On Friday, April 18, 1930, people from Britain tuned into BBC only to hear, "Good evening, today is Good Friday, there is no news." 93. You can find a basketball court on the top floor of the U.S. Supreme Court building. The name of the basketball court is the highest court in the land. 92. Computer programmer Manish Sethi hired a woman to slap him every time he tries to check Facebook. 91. High-heeled shoes were originally designed in the 10th century specifically for men. Number 90. It's a common belief in Russia that eating ice cream will keep you warm. 89. A person tried to sue God but was unable to proceed due to an unlisted home address. 88. It could take you 76 workdays to read all the privacy policies you encounter on the internet over a period of 1 year. 87. Laughing came before language. How do we know? Some researchers tickled baby apes which, beyond being adorable, showed that they share the same structure as ours and likely arose in our common ancestors millions of years ago. Language came about much later. 86. It took the creator of the Rubik's Cube 1 month to solve the cube after he created it. 85. Lobsters can communicate by urinating at one another. 84. Slow music that was played at a large dairy farm increased the cow's milk production by 3%. 83. Cartoon character Winnie the Pooh images are being blocked on social media sites in China. 82. Goalkeepers have faster brains than their teammates. A recent study suggests that goalkeepers' brains process sensory information faster than most people. 81. The Romans had a habit of using human and animal urine as mouthwash. The cleansing properties came from the urine's ammonia. The process is now deemed disgusting and was discontinued after other methods developed. Number 80. Game of Thrones costume designer revealed that Night's Watch cloaks were made from IKEA rugs. 79. The company that had a patent on GIFs tried to charge a fee for using GIFs. The PNG was invented as an alternative and the company backed down. 78. The small town of Dorset, Minnesota elects a mayor by picking a name out of a hat. Once it elected a 3-year-old. 77. Most ginger cats are male. This is because the ginger gene is found on the X chromosome, meaning female cats would require 2 copies of the gene to become ginger whilst males only need 1. 76. An art collector once paid $10,000 for a non-visible sculpture created by actor James Franco. The artwork was built as an endless tank of oxygen. Yeah, it's called air. 75. Candles were once eaten in famines. Candles at that time used to be mainly created from beef fat or beeswax, and so they were often stolen in famines for people to eat. 74. You can acquire a unicorn hunting license from Lake Superior State University in Michigan. 73. The placebo effect still works when you know you took a placebo. In a study from Harvard University, those who knowingly received the dummy drugs showed relief from pain. 72. Research has found that turtles actually communicate at an extremely low frequency that sounds like clicks, clucks, and hoots that can only be heard through a microphone used underwater. These sounds even come from the egg before the turtle hatches. 71. In the 16th century, Turkish women could initiate divorce if their husbands didn't provide enough coffee. Number 70. There is a quick way to escape the grip of a crocodile. Experts state that the best way to escape a crocodile is to poke its eyes. The pain can distract the crocodile long enough for it to loosen its grip and for you to escape. 69. all the world's bacteria stacked on top of each other would stretch for 10 billion light years. Together, Earth's 0.001 millimeter long microbes could wrap around the Milky Way over 20,000 times. 68. To avoid baggage fees on a flight, a man wore 70 pieces of clothing. 67. Pine trees can tell if it's about to rain. Next time you see a pine cone, take a close look. If it's closed, that's because the air is humid, which can indicate rain is on its way. 66. Israeli and Australian researchers conducted a study that determined Viagra makes flowers stand up straight. 65. Pointing a laser pointer at a plane is a serious crime. According to 18 U.S. Code Section 39A, if you point a laser pointer at a plane or its flight path, you can enjoy up to 5 years in prison. To think about what you've done. 64. There's a musical road in Lancaster, California that plays the song William Tell Overture if the cars drive over 55 miles per hour. 63. You remember more dreams when you sleep badly. Research suggests that if you sleep badly and wake up multiple times throughout the night, you will be more likely to recall the content of any dreams you had. You are also more likely to remember a dream when woken from one. 62. Jennifer Lawrence has H2O tattooed on her hand to remind her to drink water. 61. Lizards use push-ups as a form of communication, signaling dominance, territory, or attracting mates. This impressive display of strength is like their own version of a language workout. Number 60. If the Earth doubled in size, trees would immediately fall over. This is because surface gravity would be doubled. It would also mean dog-sized and larger animals would not be able to run without breaking a leg. 59. Researchers studying bovine behavior found that cows have regional accents, meaning a cow from one area may moo differently than a cow from another, just like human accents. Number 58. Fish form orderly queues in emergencies when evacuating through narrow spaces. In sketchy situations, schools of neon tetra fish queue so that they don't collide or clog up the line. Scientists interpreted this behavior as showing that fish can respect social rules even in emergency situations, unlike us humans. 57. Studies show that playing video games can be more effective in combating depression than certain types of therapy, providing players with interactive experiences that boost mood and reduce stress. 56. You're more likely to get killed by a vending machine than a shark. 55. In 2014, LA Times published a study that shows that 1 in every 9 Americans think that HTML is actually a sexually transmitted disease. 54. Harvard has a higher acceptance rate of 4% than Walmart's acceptance rate of 2.5%. 53. Eating too many carrots can cause a yellowish discoloration of the skin and turn you orange. 52. There's no such thing as a straight line. Zoom in close enough to anything and you'll spot irregularities. Even a laser light beam is slightly curved. 51. The universe's average color is called cosmic latte. In a 2002 study, astronomers found that the light coming from galaxies averaged into a beige color that's close to white. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you make sure to never miss our videos. Number 50. New York City mob boss Vincent Gigante used to avoid arrest by wandering around in his bathrobe to convince the police he was insane. 49. Did you know that some vanilla flavoring comes from a surprising source? It's true. A liquid called castoreum secreted from beavers' castor glands is sometimes used to make vanilla flavoring. 48. Engineer Richard James accidentally invented the slinky when a spring designed to stabilize the device of a ship fell off a shelf. 47. Nearly every movie and TV show has to end with a disclaimer saying it's fiction. The disclaimer issue is rooted in a lawsuit against MGM for the 1932 film Rasputin and the Empress. 46. In 1969, famed author Vladimir Nabokov predicted the use of emoticons, suggesting that written symbols could represent emotions, an idea that eventually led to the creation of emoticons and emojis. 45. Your signature could reveal personality traits. A study in 2016 purports that among men a larger signature correlates with higher social bravado, and among women a bigger signature correlates with narcissistic traits. 44. Psychotria elata is a flower in the rainforest of Central and South America that resembles lips covered in lipstick. 43. A man from New Zealand lost a bet and had to change his name to Full Metal Havoc, more sexy and intelligent than Spock and all the superheroes combined with Frost Nova. It took 5 years for the government to approve the change. 42. Beneath Beijing's bustling streets, about 1 million people call nuclear bunkers home. Originally built during the Cold War, these hidden underground residences have become a unique subculture. 41. There is a town in Nebraska called Monowi with a population of 1. The only resident is a woman who serves as mayor, bartender, and librarian. Number 40. A Tennessee farmer grew a colossal 910-pound pumpkin, hollowed it out, and transformed it into a makeshift boat, paddling down the river in this massive floating gourd. 39. Basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal hit over 11,000 baskets in his career. Exactly one of them was a three-pointer. 38. While in prison, Jordan Belfort, the infamous Wolf of Wall Street, shared a cell with Tommy Chong, the comedian known for the Cheech and Chong movies. Unlikely duo. 37. A worker sued his former company for $1.8 million because the worker claimed his ex-boss repeatedly broke wind at him. 36. Boanthropy is a rare psychological disorder where individuals genuinely believe they are a cow. They often act like cattle, grazing on grass and even attempting to moo like one. 35. The house from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is now a family restaurant called Grand Central Cafe. 34. Anatidophobia is the bizarre yet amusing fear that somewhere, somehow a duck might be watching your every move, silently judging you with its beady eyes. 33. According to 2014 research done by Lifeway, 7% of Christian Americans pray for a good parking spot. 32. Ironically, Walt Disney, the creator of the iconic Mickey Mouse, was known to have a fear of mice in real life. His phobia was quite the contrast to his beloved character. 31. Jennifer Lopez's iconic green Versace dress at the 2000 Grammys was so popular that it led to the creation of Google Images, changing online searches forever. Number 30. While in graduate school, Neil deGrasse Tyson considered becoming a stripper to earn extra money. He even came up with a stage name, Tyson the Science Stripper. 29. In 1893, there was a proposal for a U.S. constitutional amendment suggesting changing the name of the United States to the United States of Earth. 28. Bluetooth technology was named after a 10th-century king, King Harald Bluetooth Gormson. He united Denmark and Norway, just like the technology united computers and cell phones. 27. The distinctive smell of rain, known as petrichor, is caused by a combination of plant oils, a type of soil-dwelling bacteria called actinomycetes, and traces of ozone in the air. 26. Hart Island serves as the final resting place for more than 1 million unclaimed bodies from New York City, making it one of the largest mass burial sites in America. 25. Japanese square watermelons are designed purely for decoration and aren't meant to be eaten. Their unique shape is a result of growers using special molds to achieve this eye-catching ornamental form. Number 24. You share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world. 23. In Slovakia, they have Christmas carp that live in the bathtub for a few days before they are eaten. 22. A chicken once lived for 18 months without a head. Mike the chicken's incredible feat was recorded back in the 1940s in the USA. He survived as his jugular vein and most of his brainstem were left mostly intact, ensuring just enough brain function remained for survival. In the majority of cases, a headless chicken dies in a matter of minutes. 21. People don't sneeze in their sleep due to their brain shutting down the reflex. Number 20. Oysters are remarkable creatures with the ability to switch genders multiple times throughout their lives. They can change from male to female or vice versa depending on environmental factors or needs. 19. Dogs have been banned from Antarctica since April 1994 out of concern that dogs might spread diseases to seals. 18. Banks have therapists known as wealth psychologists who help clients who are unable to mentally cope with their immense wealth. 17. Smelling apples or bananas can aid weight loss. The scent of these fruits might help curb your appetite and reduce cravings, making it easier to shed those extra pounds. 16. In 1998, more than 50% of Iceland's population believed in the existence of elves. 15. Hummingbirds are unique in the bird world because they can fly backward. This incredible skill is due to their special wing structure, allowing them unparalleled maneuverability and hovering abilities. 14. If you sneeze traveling 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet. 13. All new FBI special agents and intelligence analysts are required to visit the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. 12. At birth, A baby panda is remarkably tiny, weighing just about 3 to 5 ounces, smaller than a mouse. Despite their small size, they grow into majestic giants. 11. In 1923, a jockey suffered a fatal heart attack mid-race. His horse finished and won the race, making him the first and only jockey to win a race after death. Number 10. In order to protect themselves from poachers, African elephants have been evolving without tusks. Number 9. In order to keep Nazis away, a Polish doctor faked a typhus outbreak that saved more than 8,000 people. Number 8. The spiked dog collar was invented by the ancient Greeks to protect their dogs from wolf attacks. Number 7. The oldest unopened bottle of wine was found in a Roman tomb and is more than 1,650 years old. Number 6. During World War II, Germany planned to collapse the British economy by dropping millions of counterfeit bills over London. Number 5. The youngest pope in history was Pope Benedict IX. He is also the only person to have been the pope more than once. Number 4. A study from Harvard University finds that having no friends can be just as deadly as smoking. Both affect levels of a blood-clotting protein. Number 3. IKEA is an acronym that stands for Ingvar Kamprad Elmtärud Agunnarid, the founder's name, the farm where he grew up, and his hometown. Number 2. Starfish don't have blood. They circulate nutrients by using seawater in their vascular system. Number 1. You can charge phones with pee using the minerals in human urine. Roughly 2.5 cups of pee are enough to charge a cell phone for 3 hours, but we'd suggest leaving this method as your last resort. That's all for today.